Bula, and today we're gonna read Diary of a Wimpy Kid 6, Cold Cabin Fever. And today we're gonna start reading on Monday. Today's Monday. It's very great matching. So today we're gonna start on Monday and maybe dinner reading on Wednesday or someday that is the next chapter of today's story. Maybe. So, are you ready for read this one? I got a lot of stories. Now here we go. And first we can read Diary of a Wimpy Kid 6, Cold Cabin Fever. Monday. Right before Thanksgiving break, there was a contest that's going to see who could come up with the best anti-bullying slogan. And grand prize was a pizza party for winning team. Only you can stop bullying from team of 5 people and come up with the best anti-bullying slogan. The winning team will get pizza party in cafeteria. Let's make bullies intact. Everyone wanted a pizza party, and everyone didn't care what they had to do with it. Winning. 2 groups of girls in my grade have came up with slogans that were really similar, and which group Oscars another one of stealing their idea. And the whole situation spun out of control, and eventually the vice of a principal had to step in to stop from turning into a full-scale rot. The day before Thanksgiving, there was a big anti-bullying assembly, and everyone in the... I didn't read this. Our school only have a legitimate bully this year anyway. His name is Dennis Root. And with all the signs and posters everywhere, I'm pretty sure message is getting drove to him. The day before Thanksgiving, there was a big anti-bullying assembly, and everyone in the church room is looking at Dennis the whole time. I kind of feel sorry for him, so I tried to make him feel better. Pat, and even though Dennis is only real bully in our school this year, we had a bunch of them last year. People constantly getting picked on the last recess, so the teachers set up section on the playground where kids could press the button if they needed to get a grown-up attention. Tell a teacher's section. Well, tell a teacher section is just ended up in the common place of bullies to hang out and find their next victims. Rah! Shirk! The teachers say teasing counts as bullying too, but I don't think there are any way we're gonna put stop to do that. And kids were always calling each other names and that kind of thing in my school. In fact, one of the reasons in my end is getting stuck in the nickname like Cody Jensen did. In the kindergarten, Cody stopped in some dog poop at recess, and ever since then people have called him Dookie. Whoop. Haha. And I'm not just talking about the kids either. I'm talking about the teachers and even the principal. Congratulations to Dookie Juicing for getting straight As in the third quarter. Oh, now everybody is calling this Cody. Now everybody is calling Cody a dookie, even the principal and the teacher. I'll tell you this: if I never get a nickname like Dookie, I'll move into a different town. And what would probably happen is that someone from my old school would move to my new town, and the whole thing would just start back up again. Hey, Dookie, the teachers always say that when you're getting picked on, you should tell an adult. I think that's a good idea, but it didn't work out so well when I was getting bold. And there was a kid who lived in the neighborhood next to mine, and some of the reason everyone called him Nasty Pants. Every time me and my friend Rowie went through Nasty Pants' neighborhood, he chased us with a stick. Rah! The thing that really sunk was that me and Rowie have used the woods in that neighborhood as a shortcut to get to school. So we had started having to go out of our way to avoid getting harassed by Nasty Pants. We did actually what the teachers are always telling us to do and complain with a vice principal. But Vice Principal Roy said that since Nasty Pants didn't go to our school, there was nothing he could really do about it. Okay. After getting chased a few times, I decided I'd had enough. So I told Dad about the situation. I was afraid Dad was gonna stay and needed a throw pen of it to deal with a problem myself, but he surprised me. Dad said that he had problems with a bully at my age, and he knew just what I was going through. Dad's bully was named Billy Snaps, and Billy's favorite thing to do was a pin that kid's arm behind his back and hold it there until he cried. Squill, yar, twist. Dad said the kids in the neighborhood told their parents about Billy, and they all went to Billy's house and confronted his mom and dad. Mr. Staples made Billy promise to never pick on everyone ever again, and Dad said Billy burst into tears and might have even his wet parents. And, well, after hearing that story, I don't think Billy Staples would have been any match for Nasty Pants. But I told Dad I liked the idea of complaining to Bully's parents. I called up Rowie and told him to come over to bring his dad because we needed as much backup as we could get. Dad knocked on Nasty Pants' door, and we waited for one of his parents to open it. But Nasty Pants himself came to the door, and me and Rowie took off. I guess I should describe Nasty Pants to Dad because took him a while to understand that the kid who came up to the door was the one who was causing us all that trouble. Dad told me to Mrs. Pants, and she told Dad her son was only 5, and that he just gets a little wound up sometimes. You smell like dirty diaper pee, you. On the day back home, way back home, Dad was pretty mad at me for letting himself get bullied by a kid who was still in the kindergarten. But let me just say in my defense that when some kid is chasing you with a stick, you don't stop to ask him how old he is. Now it's Tuesday, so tomorrow we're gonna start reading on Tuesday because tomorrow's Tuesday. Now, today's story result is that a lot of people is stopping bullies. When some of one group have made the bully stop, then that group will gonna do the pizza party. It might be really great. Now more stories we have read today, but today we're gonna just tell you about bullies. So bullies is a bad thing, so you have to do the campaign and stop them. That's a great idea. No. Now, did you have fun? Let's English country become like wisdom. This book but not this story because it might be a new chapter to read for tomorrow. And please subscribe my YouTube and bye bye everyone.